go back some time. Today continued Vinland Saga Season 2. Last video we saw KÄUSU's farm. We saw how Thorfinn works and how Dana is going to work with him going forward. And then how KÄUSU's workers treat Thorfinn and how they're going to treat both of them. And I don't think he knows really because he probably would do something. But then like Thorfinn said they'll just make it worse for them. But yeah, Thorfinn barely gets fed. Now there's two of them. And this entire time I think Thorfinn's just been dealing with it because he only has the energy to exist currently. One major thing I forgot going into the season was about the true warrior stuff his father talked about. That's a very important aspect. So thank you for those who mentioned it. I mean, I think I probably would have remembered sooner or later, but I'm glad that I remember now, just at least in episode 3. I was thinking along the lines of he needs to get off that farm, but not just to go back into war because I didn't like how season 1 Thorfinn was. Just, I don't even know what I want him to do. That's why I was wondering, oh, how's season gonna go? But I just thought he would get off the farm eventually. But for right now, we're staying on the farm, which I don't mind because going into the season, I was really looking forward to seeing Thorfinn's growth and just seeing Thorfinn again and how much he would change. I mentioned the opening where it shows like the fire in his eyes again. Still, I say all these things, but it's not like I want him to pick up a sword. But I just knew that this Thorfinn we see now isn't really the complete version, whether I thought I want him to go back to war or the path he's going to currently take going forward. But still, he needs that fire back in his eyes. You can't really do much change more if you're born on a farm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I wanted to mention before we get into this next episode. It's not further ado, let's continue. Yes, those drunk guys took away KÄUSU's son. And they destroyed some of the weeds walking through. I don't know if that's gonna really make a difference. So if Knut's the same way as he was in season 1, maybe he and Thorfinn will get along better this season. Well, not this season, it's not season. Going forward, I don't think they're gonna see each other, maybe, I don't know. But going forward, they'll probably get along. The fact that they just knew. They didn't really do much. They just knocked you off your feet. But I mean, someone who is well-versed would have jumped out the way. Look at all that bread on the floor because they can still eat it. But then the scraps that Thorfinn and Dana are getting fed. Or drive you literally insane. Look at all these guys. It's like, yup, my first body was a 10-year-old girl. He's gonna try to kill probably Dana or Thorfinn. Yeah. That's so crazy. I'm sure he still could probably disarm somebody. You're allowed to 1, 2, jab, punch, disarm. Defend yourself. He attacked me first. Where's the opening? Oh. It's not just Vinland Saga. I forget names and stuff from a lot of shows. I just start writing down just everything. No matter if it's so tedious, like I can't. What is nightmares? His life is so sad. Like I want to get to farm 2 to go home, but like there's more I guess he has to do. Traumatized by the death of your father, separation from your family, killing all these people. So much of his life wasted. There's so much that could cause this dream. Nightmare. She's already done. Stop. I would like to hear more of your thoughts, Thorfinn. You're just there. Arenheid? I'm not gonna remember her name. You know, that is the reason why I decided to take notes. She's like, let's not talk about all that. I thought so too, but she's... But she's just like... trying to decide which one for him to kill. I mean, if Einar just came... I mean, Thorfinn's smaller, they might decide like that. But from last episode with his dumb little smile, I wouldn't say that about his face, but she's so kind. Oh, just like that. He's not gonna be able to do it. Maybe they're gonna force his hand. I don't know what's gonna happen. Not me. The differences in the reactions. He didn't attack yet. Look at all these guys with weapons. He made a risky thing, a risky decision. Poor Thorfinn. What? Thorfinn, don't just give up your life. He has no energy. I thought he just had the energy to exist on his farm. Well, yeah, he does. But I mean, if someone wants to kill him, he's like, no energy to resist that either. I know Thorfinn must think like nothing, like literally, there's nothing much to live for. But then I think of his family a lot and Leif, who always tries to find him. I think, who's that? I think who's that? Sorry, I think after this day, like in the ending song, I don't remember how they looked. I'm gonna see it again. Daenar's just gonna get angry at Thorfinn, like, you can't just be like this. There's more people on this farm. He looks like important, but then I don't remember seeing him anywhere. I'm surprised you heard him. No, you don't. Your bodyguards? I don't know. His body, his mind, everything is so numb. Is he gonna stumble on this? Who's this man? Yeah, it looks like this is the area. He knows them. This guy feels the type of way because Thorfinn's not reacting. Probably scaring you that you're not scaring him. I like how the first season was just, that's an entire example of what he's saying now. We witnessed it from episode to episode. Someone gonna stop him? I feel like he really just will kill Thorfinn. That probably impressed him. I don't know. I don't know who he is. Like, I don't... Ah, you're heavy. Are you the leader or something? What's on? You're afraid of him? Does he not, like, come here often? You have to... Of course, what I said earlier. Oh, wow. Are we called animals? Kitsune, heavy... What else? What else? Yeah, they're all so afraid of him. He looks really strong. He reminds me of someone too. He reminds me... I don't think from this show. Holy. Was he in the opening? I don't remember. He wasn't gonna stop it until like Thorfinn still didn't react from the eye cut, the ear cut, and then his little monologue. Just to intervene to hear. Who is this person? Why isn't he reacting? Why are you guys trying to... Explain. Not that he cares, but if you're the leader of these people that go around doing whatever they want, and just the appearance of him. Ah! Thorfinn goes to sleep and can't remember his dreams. Is this what you dream of in the ending song? This ending song is so sad. Wakes up screaming, doesn't remember, like... It's really sad, bro. I love this ending song so much. It just tells so much of a story, and then the song itself, they chose it wisely. No freedom without love. And that's the stuff Kenny was talking about too. Bro, give me a second. Anyways, that was episode 3, titled Snake. I wonder who... Okay, we know who this guy is. He's the leader of those bodyguards. And I guess they were given like a cabin. I mean, he's with his grandfather. If you're all here to protect this farm, so I guess since he is the leader of all these people, he was given lodgings. Anyways, he seems really interesting, really strong. I like his face. All I'm trying to say is, I wonder if he will change as well. We don't really know him. I don't really care if he does because I don't know him. You intervened. This episode was titled after him, which means we'll see more of him. All these guys are afraid of him. So maybe I don't even know, like, what, I have no thoughts of what we'll see going forward. The only thing is just watching Thorfinn live, okay? And I have to just see his process one day at a time, basically one episode at a time. I don't really think on his mind is really like the ending song type, No Freedom Without Love. I don't think he's thinking about none of that. It's just he has no will to live right now, no energy. And then something is going to happen. I can't wait to continue on. And like Knut was in the opening, like, you're not gonna show all these, okay, they showed like the kaleidoscope or whatever, you know, that filter thing. There's a lot of people from his past and some people from this season. I seen Ashled, right? So maybe that stuff isn't really as important, but they showed Knut. Very detailed picture of Knut holding the crown, all the blood dripping down. So we'll probably see Knut's side or whatever. Knut had that whole revelation with the priest as well, with the love and the fact that he needs to be strong to change things. And I forgot, bro. I'm saying I remember the important things because Knut was acting as the leader when Ashled killed Swan, but he wasn't really the king. He still has his brother Harald. Anyways, Knut will become king then. The crown with the blood, he puts it on his head. He is all about peace, love as well. But being the king, holding that crown, being in a position of that much power gives you the opportunity to change things you want to change. But there still will be bloodshed, which is probably why the crown was dripping so much blood. Yes, once again, I want to apologize. Well, I didn't really apologize in the beginning, did I? I just mentioned it. I want to apologize really for forgetting at least about the truer stuff. Like, my thoughts were not at all about Thorfinn going back into war, but all I kept thinking was for him to get off his farm. But then after that, then what? I didn't know what he could really do. There's nothing much for him to do. But I forgot the truer stuff. And with that thought in mind, it really puts in different things I think could happen in this season. I just didn't know what would happen, and with that in mind now, I could see a brighter path. I'm glad to remember just in episode 3, not too far along, and I'm glad for the comments reminding me and explaining kind of how the season's gonna go. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching my reactions. I was thinking of moving it to Wednesday because I'm almost in Hajime no Ippo, and this comes out like what, Monday? So we wait a long time for my reactions on Friday, but then we can leave it if it's just. But yes, I'm just going to end the video here. Really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you didn't. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.